We are here backstage, literally backstage. The back of the stage is there. This is Alison, one of the producers from Later, with Jools Holland. I am going to ask you what the enormous big bank of lights is.
I think I should know.
You don't know though, do you?
They're a kind of lighting thing. They work all the lights that you'll see when we get the other side of the curtain.
You don't know, I haven't got a clue.
I'm guessing that's what they are.
So we're going to have a bit of a guide around the Later studio.
This is Studio TC1, which, as I understand it, is the biggest television studio in Europe. That's the tea room.
That's where the tea and biscuits are.
Yes, a very important room, because it's got tea and biscuits in.
And this itself is the Later with Jools Holland studio.
It's the Later studio, yes, TC1.
So it is a very different format to any other show. I mean, can you kind of explain to people that have just seen this from the TV sort of perspective to how it works?
You can be the witness that everyone is in here together, because people still don't believe that all the bands are here together. They think there's some fancy TV editing goes on and that they're all done separately. But look, here's the proof that every act is in here at the same time. So this is J Blige's set, and then there's Jools' piano, and that's Cat Power's set.
So, I mean, just looking at just one of these stages, just looking at J Blige's set, this massively complicated amount of gear. It's not just like a TV's worth of gear. It's like a full live gig, but times one. So,
each area is just what they would have if they were playing Shepherd's Bush Empire. You know, I mean, obviously everything's crammed into a much smaller space, but it's exactly the same amount of gear that they would have.
How long would it take to set up stripe, sound check, or line check and sound check everything before the show? It's not just a one-day job, can't be?
No, it's 2 and a bit days. There's an awful lot of work that goes in an overnight session on the first day in terms of rigging a lot of these lights and putting the set in. And then all the bands start coming in sort of midway through the first studio day. All their gear comes in, and then one by one we sound check them all. That's day 1. And then day 2, which is today, we camera rehearse them in the afternoon. They have about an hour and 10 minutes to run through the songs. And then we're on a break at the moment, and then we'll rehearse with Jools, and then we'll do the show.
What's the... walk over because I want to have a closer look at Radiohead's gear. Yeah, I want to touch Phil's drum kit.
It's quite... what I think is really cool about this set, it feels really basic.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was looking in because I was lucky enough to see them sound checking, and with the exception of every single effects pedal in the world,
yeah, obviously, and a couple more,
it's kind of reflecting the new record. It's quite a stripped down, low key Radiohead.
Do you know what's the really good thing to do when you come into this studio? Come and be Tom York. There you go. Look, that's what Tom York sees.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.